All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, I'm over that.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Then he finds LaFell complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
Addicted to balling.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Oh, yeah? Can play with this defense, young fella. Bring that ass here, boy.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Keep that shit on that
field. He was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before
take that easy money, baby.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards.
That easy money, baby.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
And 15, I need you out there, boy.
Inside the 40.
That blocking, we out of there, homie.
Gained 13 yards that time at another first down.
You're out of there, nigga.
It's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
All right, now look 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Okay.
Now Jackson on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Confuse me, big fella.
Says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. Nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Here's the option going left on second down.
Oh, made the wrong move right there, bro.
9-yard line. End up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Had to defend it one way or the other, big fella.
First here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there.
One way or the other, my brother. Either you're going to respect the receivers or you're going to motherfucking stop the run, buddy.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Addicted to balling. Oh yeah, man aligned. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking for, boy. Out here.
Coleman. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, it's Coleman. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Think for one motherfucking second. I ain't going for this shit here, boy.
Very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Why would you call me right now, bruh?
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
I'm back it out here, bro. Cut it out.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriots! Patriots! Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
And he's going to go down.
The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. John Harbaugh not afraid to go
shit,
for it
down.
this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
Hello?
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Huh? All right.
Now it's Brown. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
She's outside. Outside she is.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. This is Brown on the carry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 yards there. That will bring up 2nd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Richmond.
They'll try the air now with Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. 20. And he will bring this back.
And that's the way the cookie combo.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Oh, good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Oh, shit. Hold up.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Hello.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs. So you have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Come back. Tiger.
Here's Watson.
Oh, not too bad.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup.
This is Earl Thomas. Shut up, man.
11 situation.
He ain't here, big fella.
Reset.
Oh, that's how you feel.
With Charles Davis
like that.
And it's Texans
Don't have when you do that, right?
get going in quarter number 2.
Come on, big fella.
However, have a tough 3rd and long
Tell me
coming up.
we're going to do the same shit. Don't tell me we're going to do the same shit. He is. I have that.
Tiger. Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
Good shit. You got to answer.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Good job, 92.
Go that time.
Why you wear that number?
He got a yard up to the 40.
Be the black Lodinata.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come back.
To throw on second is Watson.
Oh, yeah.
This one that's intercepted.
You must thought we were some type of bitch.
Just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
What's up with this defense, though?
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold
I'm
on
going to tell you like I tell everybody else, man.
Contested all the way.
Keep putting that defense on the field. It will get exposed, man. Clamp me up now. What?
Incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. If you're going to blitz, they're likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, Watkins, my guy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Throwing for his line back, and he's got it complete. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped.
Gotta take points off turnovers, bro.
And that's going to bring
up winning games. If you get the ball, if you turn the ball over,
the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field.
Take the points every time.
Right hash, this from 45 yards away.
Every time, take the points, bro.
Right there, it's good.
Dog anyone to go for that.
Moves to 10 zip.
How do it?
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling.
Take the points,
when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Flush to his right. He's going to go deep for Conley. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little closer.
Outside.
He's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. The open man is Smith.
That's bullshit. I should have spotlighted him, bro.
Pick up there a 22.
That's
the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Richmond.
Watson now.
Unusual for the team that lost it because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game.
What kind of shit was that?
Make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Brown. And not much running. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it here with Brown. Finding room to the 20.
What angle was that, 41? Come on now.
And down to the 7-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And
29 jump, buddy.
One of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. And on the ground they go.
Good job, boys.
And he'll be dropped
Get it, man.
at the 11 after only a yard.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson.
Good job.
It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
I'm going to let you spin me out, boy. Come on now.
To the 10-yard line.
I know better than that.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder
Did we jump, bro? Did we jump?
because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends.
Hey, for time out, homie.
Receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun.
From the gun, Jackson.
Man, you gotta be kidding me. Come on, Lamar.
Critical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
Come on,
I'm
Lamar.
not being
That
overly
was back.
critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right.
Fucking
That pass will go
touchdown,
from
bro. I guarantee I make
incomplete
that
to
safety
complete.
miss.
So they'll come up after the incompletion
All right,
for
now, lucky
2nd
56.
down.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Ah!
Now Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Jackson on 1st down. Going deep here for Watkins. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Okay.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll run the option right here on 1st down.
Get in there, boy! Stop holding me!
Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their
Respect the motherfucking quarterback keeper, boy.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Hey.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I need to just pop for the chamber. Let's get it, man.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He may try and run for this. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
14-point lead, holding to a stop here.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Richmond. Come back. Tiger.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Yeah, Sanders now to return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
Now, it's football. And the Texans and his football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, that's corny.
So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Fucking land. Let's go 92. Good shit, baby.
This play will be blown up. He'll lose.
Ain't ball going to 92 right now, dog. Everything's shut down on the inside. Let's get it.
It's a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown.
Square up, baby. Square up. Go, man.
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good.
Who jumped, bro? Who jumped?
Think your best player or the play that he likes to run best.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Richmond.
Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And I got to say.
Richmond. Come back. Black 99 Philly.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Good shit, baby.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
We there, boy. We there. Let's go.
To the 9. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get
right there,
up.
buddy.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56.
And now the first throw for the backup.
None of that.
Is going to be incomplete.
None of that.
It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get
off
the
my
football
field, nigga.
back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
No, check, Patriot!
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run
the ball. Stop this run on all, big fella.
Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You gonna stop this run on all, big fella? Pound that rock.
Good plays
Pound
on
that
the move
rock.
on 1st down. This is Coleman. And he'll grab a gain of 5
down,
out of this
Tatiana.
at the 41-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute
Yeah,
offense to
same
close the
thing
game
when
out.
more
But a running
game,
game
but
can really benefit your team right now.
you gotta eat the box. Let him go. Yeah.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Down, Tatiana.
Splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
The offensive line, they're getting it done.
Room to run inside the 40. And he's
Bust down, Tatiana.
It's a foot race. And all the way in for
Bust
a
down.
Ravens touchdown.
You wanna stop the stretch? You wanna go to cover 2 ways? Hey,
Touchdown
let's
number
get it,
18 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Look at these. Somebody come and look at these. Look at these. Look at these.
And they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Down,
It'll be a
Tatiana.
loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Take it.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
You want a free first down, homie?
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go.
Hey, boo.
Back to throw here. He gets it to Brown.
Complete.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Nice to know where my socks are.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete.
God bless.
They couldn't hook up as time
Keep on throwing that boy. Keep
on this third quarter of play.
Keep on. Yeah. Huh?
The Texans on third down. 5-9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Hey, Ricky, welcome to the NFL. Good shit, boy.
Sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
About to get away with that shit. Bye.
Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that one will be accepted.
I know the blitz is coming, my nigga.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
Touchdown, Tatiana. Tatiana.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now they'll run it on the toss. And
that's why he's out there.
Here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Got 3 on the gain there.
Gotcha.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll give it here to Brown. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're probably doing since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Got him, coach. Come here.
Not gonna let him in.
Come here, boy.
Stopped at the 2-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
Yes, sir. Rebound. Valiant effort, my friend. Valiant effort, my friend.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. is Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll toss it to Coleman.
Oh, that's that shit.
To get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Open man right side is Ingram. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
You gonna come out here, motherfucking 3 tight ends? No bet.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down here.
That's a holding penalty, buddy. Thank you.
The field. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Man gonna have 30 carries.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And they'll go on the ground. And now running right through it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there. That's 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they'll get this well past midfield before they stop just before the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Bust down, Tatiana.
We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Oh, and a face mask too? The bum? Get me out of here, man.
Here come the flags. This is going to get him the first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. I got 8. I got 8. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Cheap fools.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Coleman. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 1st down, they go option to the right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Baltimore, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.
10-0,
baby! The road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
My wide receivers had 1 catch each. That's fucking hilarious, bro. I ain't throw no picks, though. Who's still gonna run up for MVP out here, boy? 10 carries for $146. Damn. All this time, man. I could have been using this man properly. Both had 1 sack each. That was my rookie out there, though. Good shit, boy. Steve Jones and Humphrey. Yeah, I mean. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pass deflections. Always have a lot of pass deflections against John, bro. It's funny. Alright, but I'm out though. Bye.